You know, when you've got a day like I have today where my bait has got to be underneath the docks. Every once in a while I can get bit in the reeds, the tules, the reeds, on the outside of where there is not a roof. These fish today, even though it's overcast, low light levels, they want to be underneath the gangplanks or they want to be under the actual dock. And I'll tell you what, the closer that that dock is to the surface tends to be where they're at today. The other thing that's a big deal is the slope of the bank that these docks are on. I've got to have 7 to 10 feet of water on the outside of these docks. And then I can move and start to fish in the dirt. It's like these fish want that deep water close, but they want that shallow water close too. Bluegill, right? What do they do after they're done spawning? They eat, and that's what they're doing. A lot of these fish are eating this guy right here. I think maybe they think it's a rodent, a mouse, a rodent, a rat, who knows? Some of them are on the outside edges of those deeper docks. Maybe it's got that shad appearance. When you start catching 7-pounders on a frog under docks, you're throwing what they're looking for. Big one. Giant. Look at that. That's that smoke. That's that smoke kick. Look at that big one. Look at that big giant bass. Man, that's a big one. Come here, big one. Oh my goodness. Look at that big old bass right there. Is that kick the deal or is that kick the deal? That is the smoke kick. I hope that thing's on. It is. Oh my gosh, what a bite. Learn how to cast with a great bait, and this can be you. It's either rodents on some of these docks. I don't know, some people feed their dogs, their cats on their docks. Maybe there's some dog food, maybe there's some mice running in and out. Then bass know everything that's going on that dock. They live here too. If they hear that little pitter patter, there's a little scamper in their feet. If there's swallow nests underneath that thing, they know it, they get it. They live here, they're always looking up. Opportunistic feeders, that's why we throw a frog. Topwater stuff is just so much more appealing to the larger fish. That's what I'm into, and I think that's what you're into. Get you a great bait, get you a great rod to deliver that bait, and to get the job done once that big joker wraps her lips around it, and execute those big bites that you're gonna get. You get these kind of tools, the zoo kick, a great bait, some 80-pound braid. A lot of times I will use fins, black, 80 if I'm around obstructions, 65 if I'm in open water and there's no obstructions. Just for a little bit long, I can cast a little bit further with 65 than I can 80. I am going to damage this line when I'm fishing around docks, when I'm fishing around wood and all that kind of stuff. That's why I go with the 80.